There's something I need to tell you, and it might surprise you. Every single day, millions of seniors are told the same thing. Take magnesium. It's good for your heart, your muscles, your sleep, and yes, for many people, that's true. But here's what almost no one is talking about. For some seniors, taking magnesium the wrong way, at the wrong time, or with the wrong condition, can quietly make things worse. Much worse. I've seen it happen. A patient once came in complaining of constant fatigue, dizziness, and a strange slowing of the heart. They thought it was just aging, something to live with. But when we looked closer, it wasn't aging at all. It was magnesium, too much at the wrong time in a body that couldn't handle it. And on the other side, I've seen seniors struggling with muscle cramps, poor sleep, anxiety, even irregular heart rhythms. All because they weren't getting enough magnesium. So here's the truth no one tells you clearly. Magnesium is not simply good or bad. It's powerful. And like anything powerful, it must be used correctly. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through something that could genuinely protect your health. We'll talk about 3 warning signs that mean you should never take magnesium, or at least not without medical guidance. And just as important, we'll uncover 3 clear signs your body is practically asking for magnesium every single day. Because the difference between those 2 groups is everything. If you stay with me until the end, you'll understand exactly where you fall, and what your body has been trying to tell you maybe for years. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever felt sudden weakness, like your body just didn't have the strength it used to? Or maybe your heart feels a little off sometimes. Not painful, but not quite right either? Or you lie in bed at night, exhausted, but sleep just won't come? These are not random signs, and they are not always just part of getting older. Your body speaks quietly, subtly, but very clearly when you know how to listen. And magnesium plays a central role in that conversation. You see, magnesium is involved in hundreds of processes in your body. It helps regulate your heartbeat, relax your muscles, support your nerves, and even calm your mind. But as we age, our bodies don't process nutrients the same way anymore. Kidneys may slow down, medications may interfere, and absorption becomes less efficient. That's why blindly following health advice, even good advice, can sometimes lead you in the wrong direction. The most dangerous thing about magnesium imbalance is that the symptoms are often silent at first. A little fatigue, a bit of nausea, maybe a slower heartbeat or unusual weakness. Nothing dramatic. Until one day it is. So before we go deeper, pause for a moment and think about your own body. How have you been feeling lately? More tired, more restless at night? Any muscle twitches or cramps? Or maybe you've started taking supplements because someone said they were good for seniors. If that's you, stay with me, because in the next part, I'll break this down in simple terms and reveal the first warning signs you should never ignore. Now let's gently peel this back. Because once you understand what magnesium actually does inside your body, everything starts to make sense. Magnesium is like a quiet helper working behind the scenes. It supports your heart rhythm, helps your muscles relax after they contract, keeps your nerves calm, and even plays a role in controlling your blood pressure. When it's balanced, you feel steady. When it's not, your body begins to whisper that something is off. But here's where things become important, especially for seniors. As we age, the kidneys, which are responsible for removing excess magnesium, may not work as efficiently as they once did. At the same time, many common medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or acid reflux can either increase magnesium levels or interfere with how your body uses it. So even a normal supplement dose can quietly build up in your system without you realizing it. And this leads us to the first warning sign you should never ignore: unusually slow or irregular heartbeat. Now this doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it's just a strange awareness, like your heart is beating softer, slower, or slightly uneven. You might feel lightheaded when you stand up, or a subtle fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. What's happening here is that too much magnesium can interfere with the electrical signals that control your heart rhythm. I remember one gentleman, 72 years old, who started taking magnesium to help with sleep. At first, it worked beautifully. But after a few weeks, he began feeling weak and slightly dizzy in the mornings. He brushed it off, until one day he nearly fainted while walking. When we checked, his magnesium levels were higher than his body could handle, and his heart rhythm had slowed more than it should. Now here's the second warning sign: persistent nausea, loss of appetite, or a heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach. This is one of the earliest ways your body tries to tell you something isn't right. Excess magnesium can irritate the digestive system. And many people mistake this for a minor stomach issue or something they ate. But when it lingers day after day, it's worth paying attention. And then comes the third, often overlooked warning sign. Unusual muscle weakness, not just tiredness, but a deeper, heavier feeling like your muscles don't respond the way they used to. You may notice difficulty climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, or even holding objects for long. This happens because too much magnesium can actually suppress normal muscle and nerve function instead of supporting it. Now, here's something many people get wrong. They assume more magnesium means more benefits. But the body doesn't work that way. It's all about balance. Too little creates one set of problems. Too much creates another. And the symptoms can sometimes look confusingly similar, which is why so many people misjudge what their body truly needs. Let's clear up a common myth right here. Many believe that because magnesium is a natural mineral, it's always safe in any amount. But even water, when taken in excess, can become harmful. Magnesium is no different. Especially when it comes in supplement form, where doses can be much higher than what you get from food alone. Another important point, not all magnesium supplements are the same. Some forms are absorbed more quickly, some stay longer in the body, and others mainly affect digestion. This means two people taking the same supplement may experience very different effects. That's why listening to your body becomes more important than following generic advice. So as you're listening to this, I want you to quietly check in with yourself again. Have you noticed any of these signs? A slower heartbeat, ongoing nausea, or unusual muscle weakness? Even if they seem mild, they matter. Because your body often starts with whispers before it raises its voice. And remember, this is not about creating fear. It's about giving you awareness and control. Because once you understand these signals, you're no longer guessing. You're responding wisely. In the next part, we're going to shift the focus. Because just as there are people who should avoid magnesium, there are also many seniors whose bodies are quietly lacking it. I'll show you the clear signs that mean your body actually needs magnesium daily, and how to use it safely and effectively. Now let's turn the page. Because while too much magnesium can quietly cause problems, not having enough can be just as harmful. Sometimes even more. And this is where many seniors find themselves without realizing it. Their body is not overloaded. It's actually running low, and trying to cope the best it can. The first clear sign your body may need magnesium daily is frequent muscle cramps or twitching, not the occasional cramp, but the kind that wakes you up at night, grips your legs suddenly, or causes small, annoying twitches in your eyelids or fingers. This happens because magnesium helps your muscles relax after they contract. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tight, overactive, and eventually they protest. I remember a woman in her late 60s who told me she dreaded going to sleep not because she wasn't tired, but because she knew the cramps would come. Night after night, her legs would tighten painfully. She tried stretching, drinking more water, even changing her mattress, but the missing piece was magnesium. Once her levels were corrected, those nightly interruptions slowly disappeared and her sleep returned. That brings us to the second sign. Poor sleep that just doesn't improve. You go to bed feeling exhausted, but your mind stays active, your body restless, and deep sleep feels out of reach. Magnesium plays a key role in calming the nervous system. It helps regulate the signals that tell your brain, it's time to rest. Your body stays in a subtle state of alertness, even when you're trying to relax. And here's something important. This isn't always about insomnia in the usual sense. Sometimes you can fall asleep, but you wake up frequently, or you never feel truly refreshed in the morning. That's your body missing the deep, restorative sleep it needs. And magnesium could be part of that puzzle. Now the third sign, and one that often surprises people, is ongoing anxiety, irritability, or a sense of inner restlessness. You may feel more on edge than usual, easily overwhelmed, or emotionally drained without a clear reason. Magnesium helps regulate the stress response in your body. When levels are low, your nervous system becomes more sensitive, more reactive, and less able to return to a calm state. Think about it this way. Your body is like a system of switches. Magnesium helps turn the calm switch on. Without enough of it, that switch doesn't work properly, and you remain stuck in a low-level stress mode, even during quiet moments. But here's where balance becomes everything again. If you recognize these signs, it doesn't mean you should immediately start taking high doses of magnesium on your own. The key is to support your body gently, wisely, and consistently. Start with your daily habits. Foods rich in magnesium can make a quiet but powerful difference over time. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains. These are not just healthy foods. They are natural sources your body understands and uses efficiently. Sometimes, simply improving your diet begins to ease symptoms without the need for heavy supplementation. Hydration matters too. Many seniors don't drink enough water, and this alone can worsen cramps, fatigue, and even how nutrients are absorbed. Your body needs the right environment to use magnesium properly. And then there's something many people overlook: the timing and type of supplement, if one is needed. Taking magnesium in the evening, for example, may support relaxation and sleep. Choosing the right form, one that suits your body, can reduce side effects and improve results. This is where guidance from a healthcare professional becomes valuable, especially if you're already taking medications. Now let me gently warn you about a very common mistake: taking magnesium just in case. This approach often leads to imbalance. Your body doesn't need guesswork, it needs listening. Pay attention to how you feel before and after making changes. Small adjustments, done consistently, are far more powerful than large changes made suddenly. Also, be cautious about combining multiple supplements without realizing it. Some multivitamins, laxatives, or even antacids already contain magnesium. When combined, they can push your intake higher than intended without you noticing. So as you sit with this information, I want you to reflect again. Do you recognize any of these signs in your own body? The cramps, the restless nights, the subtle anxiety. These are not things you have to simply accept. They may be signals, gentle ones, asking for support. In the final part, we're going to bring everything together. I'll help you clearly understand how to move forward with confidence, without fear, without confusion, and how to make decisions that truly support your long-term health and peace of mind. Now take a slow breath with me, because this is where everything comes together. By now, you've seen both sides of the story. On one side, magnesium can quietly build up in the body and create symptoms like a slow heartbeat, nausea, or unusual weakness. On the other, a lack of magnesium can leave you dealing with cramps, restless nights, and a mind that just won't settle. Two very different problems. Yet they can feel surprisingly similar if you don't know what to look for. And this is why so many seniors feel confused. They try to do the right thing. They follow advice, take supplements, make changes. But without clear understanding, they end up guessing. And when it comes to your health, guessing is not something you should have to rely on. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. Your body is not working against you. It's working asterisk for asterisk you. Every symptom, every small change, every discomfort is a message. Not a punishment, not a failure, a message. The real shift happens when you stop ignoring those messages and start listening with patience and awareness. If something feels off, a strange fatigue, a change in your heartbeat, a new discomfort, don't rush to fix it blindly. Pause. Observe. Ask yourself, when did this start? What changed? Did I begin a new supplement, a new medication, a new habit? This kind of awareness is more powerful than any single pill. And at the same time, don't ignore the gentle signs of deficiency either. If your body is asking for support through cramps, poor sleep, or ongoing tension, it deserves attention, not panic, but thoughtful care. Because health, especially in your later years, is not about extremes, it's about balance. It's about small, consistent decisions that support your body rather than overwhelm it. I've seen people transform their quality of life, not through complicated treatments, but through simple understanding, adjusting a supplement, improving their diet, drinking more water, sleeping with more intention, listening more carefully to what their body was already trying to say, and the most beautiful part? It's never too late. No matter your age, your body still responds. It still adapts. It still heals in its own quiet, steady way when you give it the right support. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: don't follow health advice blindly. Even when it sounds good, understand your body, respect its signals, and choose wisely based on what you truly need. If this helped you see things more clearly, even a little, take a moment to support this channel. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel less alone and more informed. And remember, your health is not just about living longer. It's about living better with comfort, clarity, and peace of mind. Take care of yourself. You truly deserve it.